Hey guys, welcome back. I have a smoky, dramatic evening look for you today. I wanted to use some new products that I got this week, including something from Chanel, which I've never owned anything from Chanel before, and another Kat Von D pigment. So if you have maybe plans for the 4th of July, maybe a party or a get-together, something like that, and you kind of want to glam it up a bit or do something smoky, this might be something that you're looking for. So if you're interested in seeing how I put the look together, keep watching. It's coming right up. You guys, I am so goofy. I thought I started the camera, so I put my mineral foundation on already from Sephora. I used this new cream shadow base from Sula. I just got this today from Ulta, and it didn't look how I thought it was going to look, so I went over it with this Ulta Extreme Wear Cream Shadow Liner. The color is called Premier. So then I went over it with a little bit of this. This is what the color looks like. I did all that and didn't realize that the camera wasn't turned on yet. So that's what I have done up to this point. I think my camera is a little crooked. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is use a shadow from my Smashbox Softbox palette, and I'm going to use this one here, and it's called Truffle. If you don't have this, you can use this color here from the Wet n Wild palette. It's called Silent Treatment. You can use this color here. They are very similar, right there. Those two colors. They're very similar looking. But I'm going to use my, I'm going to use my Softbox here because I haven't used it in a while. And then what I'm going to do is just place that right over the cream shadow that I put down. And as usual, pushing it in first and then lightly blending it. Lightly blending it. And I'm just going to take that up to the crease. What I'm going to do now is use my fluffy brush here, and I am going to blend this. And I'm going to soften it up as much as I can. So I'm just going to kind of go back and forth to, I guess, thin it out a little bit. Don't take it up onto your brow bone because we are going to use a different color up there. Okay, what I'm going to do now is use this new cream eyeshadow that I bought. This is from Chanel's fall collection. It seemed like it came out kind of early. I wouldn't expect to see fall collections out before the 4th of July, but I actually bought this last week, and this was on my quest to find the perfect color to replace Artifact Paint Pot, which I don't own and have never owned. But I found this one here from Chanel. It's called Ebouli, I think. I don't know, I'm not French. But that's what it looks like. Here is the color on my fingertip. This one's a little more purpley. I think this one is a little more of a purple as opposed to like a maroon. But it's a really pretty color. So I'm going to use this brush. This is a synthetic brush, which is why I'm using it. And I'm going to go ahead and place this out here. The only thing that I found with this color is when you try to apply it with a brush, it doesn't really go on as pigmented as I would like. So a lot of times I end up using my finger to put it on, but I haven't tried this brush yet, so I thought I would give it a try. So I'm just going to place the color out here and bring it up onto the brow bone. Once it goes on though, it does blend nicely. I've never owned anything Chanel before. This is the first time I've ever bought anything from Chanel, and in all honesty, it will probably be a very long time before I buy anything else Chanel, because this little sucker was not cheap. Trying to save myself the embarrassment when I was at the counter when she rang it up for me. To her, it was no big deal. She's like, oh, that's not a bad price, and I was trying to keep myself composed. But this was, after tax, this was $36. It was not cheap, and it's not something that I would normally spend that kind of money on, but I've never owned anything Chanel before, and it was such a pretty color. I don't understand, like, I wonder to myself sometimes, do people just get themselves in debt over, you know, buying the expensive stuff, or can they really afford to, like, just, because I could never afford to constantly buy Chanel. I couldn't. I would be broke. So I'm going to keep going over that, darken it up a bit, and then keep blending as I go. Okay guys, I went ahead and blended that cream eyeshadow out, and it's just kind of sheer. I didn't do anything too heavy. I did darken it up a bit, but I blended it out. So what I'm going to do now is use a pigment. I got myself another pigment. This is another Kat Von D pigment, and this one is called Ladyhawke. That's what it looks like. This is a beautiful purpley mauve. Well, it's more purple, I think. Oops, I can't get my, I don't know why I did that. That's what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is place that right over the Chanel cream shadow, and I'm going to go ahead and use this brush here, just to use a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to push that in right over the cream shadow. And this is a beautiful color as well. And then I'm going to take that right up onto the brow bone, right here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my fluffy brush and start blending inward. And in towards the inner corner. You know, sometimes I say things and I'm thinking it, and I'm thinking one thing and it comes out of my mouth another. What I was going to say is blend the color on the lid towards the inner corner, as well as the color up here on the brow bone. So I think that's really pretty. It is a bit dark. You know, obviously this is more of an evening look. But I got some new stuff this week and I really wanted to play around with it. Especially that Chanel cream shadow. That's nice. It's really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, what we're going to do is just use whatever's left on that brush that you used with your cream shadow. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of that on the lower lash line here. I actually had to dip back a little bit into that cream shadow. My brush dried out that fast. Go ahead and put some of that down here. Then I'm going to put some pigment right over that. I'm just going to push it in with that same brush. I'm going to use my Ulta crease brush, and I'm just going to smudge that out a little bit. Okay, what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of a highlight color on the inner corner here, and this is actually my Revlon Colorstay eyebrow pencil, but the other end has a highlighter on it. So what I'm going to do is just run some of that right in here from the inner corner to midway, and then I'm going to use a pigment, and I'm going to use MAC Vanilla. Oops, just made a mess with that. And I have so much of this, I hardly ever use it. I'm going to go ahead and use a push brush in that pigment. If you find that you get too much on your brush, just kind of tap it into the back of your hand, just to get rid of some of that excess that's on your brush. So what I'm going to do is just push that in right here in the corner. And it looks a bit dramatic at the moment, but we're going to blend that. And then I'm just going to add some right here and right here. You may have to go back over this in a little bit, depending. I'm going to use that Ulta crease brush and I'm just going to blend that in. And then I'm going to blend that right into the darker color here on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and use a small eyeshadow brush here. And I'm going to go ahead and take Tissueweight and Jest, put those in the normal places. Now for those of you that are wondering, Tissueweight I actually bought at the CCO. It's no longer available at MAC stores. So I apologize if you're looking for that and I never mentioned it. I think when I first bought it I did, but I haven't talked about it since then. So, but these are the colors that I like to put on the inner corner, and I just like to meet those up with whatever color I have, whatever dark color I have up here on the top. I just kind of run it into that. I'm going to take my fluffy brush and I'm going to put it into some Blanc type, and right into this area here and run it into that line at the top. Soften that up a bit. Okay, what I'm going to do now is use this color here. It's called Haux. And I'm going to put that just right in here. Kind of bring a little bit of that darkness back in, but not too much. Right in this area. Okay, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows because I can't stand looking at it anymore. So I'm just going to use my Revlon pencil here since it was just sitting right in front of me. And then I'm going to probably go over it with a little bit of mystery eyeshadow. Okay, got the eyebrows on. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and curl my lashes, and I'm going to use some false lashes today, and I'm going to use my demi lashes from Sonya Kashuk. I don't know if that's what they're called. If I remember correctly, that was the name on that box, but they're just half lashes. It's not a full strip. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so while I was away, I went ahead and I put on the false lashes, and I lined my upper and lower waterlines with black, and it is quite dramatic. Definitely a going out look. So what I'm going to do is use this new blush that I got, and it is from Fusion, what is the brand of this? Fusion Beauty Colorceuticals, and the color of this is called Bella, and that's what it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and use a foundation brush to apply this because this is a cream. Just gonna lightly dust that, lightly apply that to my cheeks. And I'm going to go kind of light with the blush because there's so much going on with my eyes. I really don't want to overdo it. Of course, I may have to put this on with my fingers first. This is a very light color. It's not dark at all, which is what I like. It just adds a hint of color. You can see right here. I'm going to go ahead and lightly go over that with some blush, and I'm going to use my Smashbox Softbox Duo on this e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to lightly go over that. I love this brush. This is a little cheapo brush that I got when I bought a mineral foundation, and I don't really use the mineral foundation, but I like using the brush. What I'm going to do now is just take a little bit from the highlight side here, and basically what I'm doing is just kind of heel toeing my brush into that. I'm just placing some of that right here. As you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of highlight, but this highlight color is more of a flesh tone. It's not like a typical highlighter. That's why I like it. Alright, I am going to use a little bit of my Palladio bronzer on a, let's see, I'm going to use this brush. This is one of my new cheapo brushes that I have really been liking a lot. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit of bronzer. We went to the pool today, and I always wear sunscreen no matter what, but I ended up getting, my face got quite dark today, which I don't understand. You use sunblock, still get dark. Not that I have anything against being darker, but it just makes me worry that my sunblock isn't doing its job. For the lips, I'm going to use my Revlon Colorstay lip liner in Nude, and I'm just going to lightly line, oops, got a hair right there, lightly line and fill in just slightly. And what I'm going to use next is my Vinyl Bronze lip gloss from Rimmel, and the color is Golden Goddess. Okay guys, so we are all done. I went ahead and lined with my Revlon, like I said, and then I used the Rimmel Bronze lip gloss, which I really like. I think it's very pretty and appropriate for this look. I do like how subtle this blush is. For those of you who just like a subtle hint of color, this is a very good way to go. This is from, you can get these at Ulta. This is Fusion Beauty, and this is the same company that makes the lip glosses that plump, and I cannot remember the name of those offhand, but it's the same company, and they've started making like blushes and highlights, and or not highlighters, but concealers with brightening effect to it. This one is called Sculpt Diva Contouring and Sculpting Blush with Amplifat. I'll read to you guys what it says. It says, immediate benefits. Silky cream to powder blush glides on skin for a perfect shade of cheek color infused with rosebud extracts. It helps to reduce the appearance of pores on cheeks and hydrates with advanced skin conditioners. It says the long-term benefits, a double-duty cheek color that delivers a concentrated dose of Amplifat complex to deliver visibly firmer, more youthful-looking cheeks in 28 days. And then it just says to blot on cheeks using your fingers and build the color as required. It is buildable. It's a nice color. I just chose not to go too bright on the cheeks just because my eyes are so dramatic at the moment. I just, I don't think that my face could take going too bright on the cheeks. So it is a buildable color. It's beautiful. I really like this. And I got lucky. I'm going to do a haul video when I'm done with this, but I got very lucky. Now you can buy these at Ulta in the prestige section of the store. These are $30. I got this at TJ Maxx, if you can see that, for $7.99. When I saw this, it was the last one. I was like looking around and I'm thinking, no way is this $7.99. That was an amazing deal. My son actually, and I feel bad now, my son actually bought me one of these for my birthday, which isn't until August, so I think I'm gonna have him take it back and maybe pick out, a few other items. Because after I saw this, I started digging for more. Of course, I couldn't find any more, but $7.99 compared to $30, that's awesome. So I like that for the cheeks. It's just very subtle, and then I really like this lip combination. I think it's beautiful. So I hope you guys like my eyes. Again, very dramatic, more evening look, glamorous night out. I like it though. I wish I had somewhere to go, but I don't. I wanted to show you guys my nails. Look at that. Busy, right? I have tons of stuff going on with those bad boys. I got 2 new nail polishes, and I'll show you guys those in the haul. But I did this for the 4th of July. So, but anyway, I hope you guys like that. Like I said, just wanted to do something a little dramatic today and was in the mood to use some false lashes. So I hope you guys like it, and let me know what you think, and I will see you soon. Bye.